Slayer.
Hello, this is Stampy Longnose, and welcome to a Halo Reach gameplay commentary. I'm playing a game of Slayer DMRs on the map Select, and this is a game from quite a while ago, and it's not the normal kind of gameplay that I'd upload to my channel. It's very fast-paced, it's very scrappy, it's very all over the place. I'm not trying to get a perfection or stay alive from the entire game or anything like that. I'm really going all out to try and win, and I always try and win when I'm playing Halo Reach, but in this game, everyone kind of got that competitive edge, and everyone sort of had adrenaline, and they were running around and doing call-outs and shouting out tactics and really getting pumped up. And I really love games like that. And I'm playing with my friends Afro Dan and Crimsonazov, some friends of mine from Scotland who don't play Halo Reach very much. And I think this was the first time that they played this map, and we're against some decent players. So I really felt like I had to kind of step up and lead the team and sort of always be at the front line and not hang back sniping, doing that kind of thing. So I'm always at the front using my DMR, trying to get people weak and finish up one-shots and stuff. So I actually called this game, the file was named Fast and Scrappy 25 Kills Game or something like that. Sorry to ruin how many kills I get. So this isn't perfect gameplay. I miss quite a lot. I'm a bit all over the place, and I'm sort of not playing strategy-wise perfect, but I think I'm very aggressive, very much in their face, and it's a very action-packed gameplay. So hopefully you will enjoy this. It's sort of something kind of different to the normal gameplay I upload. And I'm not actually going to be talking about the gameplay in the commentary, as I'm sure you've read from the title. I'm going to be talking about the Halo 4 Specializations. And we knew that they were going to be in the game, but we didn't know very much about them. But IGN recently uploaded an article talking about them, and they kind of opened the lid about what Specializations are and the 8 Specializations that have already been announced so far. So I'm basically going to go through and list through them all and sort of tell you about the pros and cons of them and just my opinion on them. And I'm going to leave in the description the full article if you want to go and check it out for yourself, but I'm going to hopefully not leave out any important information in this video, so there should be enough if you want to find out about them. First off, you might be wondering, what is a specialization? And a specialization is basically a 10 extra levels worth of unlocks and goodies, and you're only going to get to choose your specializations once you've reached a certain rank already. So that does mean that there are ranks in Halo 4, but we haven't actually heard that much about what the ranking system is going to be like, so we're going to have to wait until we find out officially how specializations are going to work in terms of when you can use them. And they're basically an extra 10 ranks, and you can get unlocks, you can get goodies from them, you can get some cosmetic stuff like new armor stuff, new armor skins and emblems and weapon skins and like different colors for your visors and stuff. But once you get to the 10th rank, you unlock the big important thing, which is basically a gameplay modifying perk. And the perk is going to be different for each specialization, and there's going to be 8 specializations at launch. If you buy the limited edition, you get choice of all of them. If you don't buy the limited edition, you only get 2 of them, but you will get the others at a later date. So you just got to sort of wait for a little bit. And they have also said that they are going to be planning to add more specializations in the future for everyone, although we don't know if there's going to be a price point for them, whether they're going to be free or bundled in a map pack or something. I do hope that it's not going to get to a point where you have to sort of pay to get these perks to sort of play better online. And I'm going to go through them now, and I'm going to sort of detail what they're called and what you get in them. And you get different armor and stuff with all of these, but I'm not going to go through that stuff. I'm only going to be focusing on the gameplay modifying perk, because that is probably the most important thing. But something else to quickly note now is that these perks are also playable in Spartan Ops as well. I assume you might be able to play with them in single player as well, although that's not confirmed. So it seems like you like Halo Reach, you can have one consistent character, so you can take your class and like specializations and all the different game modes in Halo 4. So the first one that I want to talk about is called Wetworks, and this is one of the ones that you get free with the game no matter what game you get, whether you get limited edition or not. And it's basically a very stealthy kind of class. It means that when people are using Promethean vision, when they see you, instead of seeing like a full image of you in red seeing you through a wall, they're only going to see like a red outline of you, so it makes you slightly harder to see when people are using Promethean vision on you. You also make less noise when you sprint, and the assassination animation is quicker. So if you want to taunt people and do an animation on them, you can do it and sort of survive a little bit quicker, but you still do show up in the radar and stuff, so it's not that overpowered. And I think this might be a very popular one at the start of the game, one because it's free, and it does sound quite useful, especially the fact that you make less noise when you sprint could be very useful. And the other one you get free with the game is called Pioneer. I think this is also going to be popular. I mean, there's only 2 to choose from, but I think this will be good for when you very first start off, because it basically means that you gain extra XP for all the time in a game that you use this class. So you can't just play a game using a different specialization, then switch at the end to use Pioneer. All of the time in the game that you're using Pioneer, you basically get more XP than you would normally. So that's going to be a good way to rank up, even though it doesn't actually improve your gameplay, like specifically by improving the way that you're actually playing or anything. Another one is called Engineer. This one sounds relatively useful. I don't think I'm going to be using it too much though. And it basically means that you will see the ordnance drop location a few seconds before everyone else. So you know that ordnance drops, you basically call in weapons and grenades and like custom power-ups and stuff like that. You're basically going to know where they're going to drop before everyone else. And you're also going to be able to see where they're going to drop from further away. So basically it extends the range of them appearing on your HUD. And it also confirms that ordnance drops are going to be random. If you read the IGN article, it does actually mention that someone from 343 Industries does say that it is going to sort of depend on the map you're playing and the situation, but you're never really going to know what you're going to get. And I was a bit annoyed that that's been confirmed, but I think the specialization of Engineer does sound quite useful. Another one to do with ordnance drops is Tracker, which allows you to change what choices of ordnance drops you get. Basically means if you call it an ordnance drop and you get like a needler, a plasma pistol, or like a grenade, and you want to swap it to try and get a rocket launcher, you can basically roll the dice again and get another chance of getting 3 different weapons or custom power-ups or whatever. Another one is called Rogue, and that allows you to be more stable when you're shooting, when you're getting shot at. So basically, you know in Halo, if you're zooming in with the DMR or a sniper or something, every time you get shot, you get zoomed out of scope. It seems like this is kind of going to change that up slightly, so it's either easier to stay in scope or you just stay in scope anyway, and it's a bit vague with the way that they mention it, but if it does mean that when people are shooting you and you can stay zoomed in, I think that's going to be a massive advantage, and it definitely sounds like my favourite one out of all of the ones so far. But it just says it will not necessarily put you out of scope, so I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, whether it's going to be random or not. Maybe you've got more chance of staying in scope. Another one is called Stalker. And this is another one to do with your heads-up display. This is a very passive one, and it basically means that when you're killed, when you respawn, there's going to be a marker over the head of the person that killed you. And it also means that when people are attacking you, and people have attacked you, it actually tracks those enemies. And this sounds like the most possibly overpowered one. I don't know whether there's going to be any counter to it or anything, but I think knowing where one person is with a big marker over the head and calling out to all your teammates can be extremely overpowered. I know I would be very annoyed if I had a big marker over my head and I'm trying to sneak around the map. So I'm a little bit worried about that one, but hopefully they've balanced it well. Another one's called Pathfinder, which reduces the cooldown on turrets and stuff, on weapons, or like any weapon on a vehicle. So when you're firing it, you can fire quicker, and it also means that you can move quicker when you're holding like a portable turret. So you know when you go into third person, you walk around with a massive turret, it means you're actually able to move around the map quicker. That's something that I'm not very interested in, because I doubt I'm ever going to use a turret in Halo 4. Another one's called Operator, which is a very vehicle-based one. It means that it protects you against EMP blast when you're in a vehicle, and it also means that the health of the vehicle recharges quicker, but it doesn't matter how many operators are in the vehicle, it's always going to recharge at the same speed. You can't sort of double it up. And they've also said that there's going to be some more specializations coming out in the future, and we're just going to have to wait and see what they are. But that's about the end of the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.